All right guys, got the monopod here. So first of all, we'll just give you a quick look. This portion is what we're talking about today. We are looking at a 6-foot bed on a Toyota Tacoma 2017 TRD Sport. So this is an ARE MX Series cap, considered a mid-rise cap because as you can see, the top of the cap exceeds the height of the cab of my truck. First thing you're gonna notice is on the sides here, I got these wind doors. Super key for me. Not everybody's a huge fan of the wind doors, especially because when you put big windows on the sides like this, it makes it colder on the inside. Less insulation, obviously, when you're going with the glass. You can see right now, 28 degrees in there. But I mean, it's basically the same, obviously, as the outside temp right now. Oh, we got a couple honkers there, eh? So the wind door was key for me. You've got these two handles, one right here, one right here. You flip them vertically to pull it open. Once you got it open, I have these screens right here, which are amazing, by the way. Pull the screen forward, close your window. Now when you're inside, you've got this nice, about 12-inch opening here. Bug-free, obviously, so when you open both on both sides, because I got the wind doors on both sides of the truck, when you got both sides open, that cross breeze is just tremendous. On the inside right here, I put this little, this is actually, what is this? I got this from Walmart. It's a cheap house curtain, really cheap house curtain. And what I did was I just stapled, see the staples there? Stapled some Velcro to the insides here, and then you just press it up, because I got the whole truck headlined, so that was one of the main things. One, for insulation, and two, so I can have options to Velcro things up there. As we go through this, I'm going to show you some of the things that I Velcroed up there. We just got a little fish sign there, another musky thing there, and on the tops are my 36-inch LED lights right there. I got both of them. We don't need those on right now. I guess it doesn't hurt nothing. We'll leave them on. So in the back right here, I got my privacy curtains. I did have little tie loops on the bottom here so that I could tie these off. See, it ripped off actually. There it is, it's still there. These are what's supposed to be on the corners of this curtain right here, but it ripped off. So that was the way I was able to kind of pull them to the side like this and completely seal it off. Right now they kind of just hang. So yeah, do have to address that. It did not hold up very well, but I do like it still. All right, one of the downsides, I guess, is this wiring situation. Now, it's not a huge deal, but up on the top here, you guys will see I got this tailgate light here. The wiring likes to pop out in there, and I've fixed it twice, and it just keeps on coming out. So I'm not too sure what the big reason is for that. It just kind of seems like he gave it a lot of slack wire, maybe so you could play around with it or make it more your own. Whatever he did, it kind of just left it a little bit loose. So I guess that's one con so far. But basically your big pros and cons for getting a camper on your truck are going to come into what kind of lifestyle you lead, what kind of activities you like to do. For me, it was an inconvenience not having a truck camper. And for most people who buy and own a pickup truck, that's not necessarily the case, but due to my lifestyle and the way that I do things in my adventures and all the gear I like to keep with me on a daily basis, having a camper and a cap is a game changer in that regard. The tonneau cover was cool, that came factory on the truck, but obviously you're limited to bed height, you know? It's just not really up to snuff for me. Plus, I had to get my rod tube on there, and I wasn't gonna be able to put a rod tube on unless I put the cap on. So right now in there, we actually just got the rods set up yesterday. We put 5 bass combos together, and we got 3 rods with bait casters in that tube, plus 2 spinning rods without reels. So yeah, rods with reels, as long as they're bait casters, will fit into that 6-inch rod tube. I did a whole video on my DIY rod tube in another video. There's been a couple of things that I really have just grown to super love about this as time rolled on, and some of them I didn't even really see coming. One of them was this little spot right here, this little cubby hole. Now all of these hatches are removable. They just pop in and I just use these little finger holes right here. All these boards have been sanded and stained, I mean, and they all just kind of fit really snugly in. One thing that a lot of people like to talk about is water issues. Now, in the very beginning, before I got my cap installed, in that back corner right there, the seal between the cab of your truck and the camper itself, you tend to get a lot of water coming in through these crevices here on either side. For me, that was the case when I had the tonneau cover on, but since I've gotten the ARE MX Series cap, knock on wood, I have had 0 drops of water in there. I went through a whole summer or two going down dusty back type roads and dust never became a factor. I've never ran into that issue yet. So in that regard, water hasn't been a problem. Dust getting in hasn't been a problem. Insulation definitely is a problem. I mean, it gets just about as cold as whatever you're in. Next year, I'm gonna be making some changes where I'm gonna be doing what a ton of people do. They put Reflectix up in these windows and all around, like you put it up in your back window, you put it on the front window, all the edges, and you put that over the glass essentially, and it just kind of helps keep heat out and helps keep cool in. The ARE shell itself has held up really great. One thing I did notice recently though, that it's kind of crappy. Right there, we got a little bit of paint chipping there, so that's kind of shitty. I'm probably gonna, I just noticed that when I got a car wash last weekend. So I'm gonna have to see if GemTop will take a look at that. I don't know if they do any servicing, but it's worth a phone call. So when we were putting this together, I had a lot of decisions to make. One decision I had to make was, how am I gonna set this up so that it's great for me when I'm going by myself, which is the case majority of the times when I do these adventures, these overnight stays in the truck. I generally am going by myself, but I had to build it so that there was an option for it to be both myself and my fiance Caitlin, aka the Darlin, who you guys have seen in some of my other videos. Her and I sometimes do go on these adventures together, and when she joins me, I had to make it so that the camper would convert into being able to sleep 2 people. Now, you take this board, it normally sits right here, just like this. Okay, that's the complete setup, which gives you this kind of hollow underneath area that extends back about 5 feet. So the way you're seeing it now is set up for 2. I don't have my mattresses with me today, nor do I have it set up for sleeping, but you guys get the idea. I got 2 Milliard 4-inch tri-folding mattresses that lay side by side to each other. Gary. They're actually about 1.5 inches longer than the bed itself, so when you push the tailgate up, it almost snugs them in, like really nice and tight. They don't slide around on you. At first I thought it would be a bad thing, turned out to be a great thing. Pull your drawer out. You take your piece right here. Now with this board, this one got some extra special attention. This one got sanded like 3 or 4 different times, and then I hand stained it and added on a coat of polymer, 2 coats of polymer. So now this is absolutely one big old giant cutting board. So this actually became my table. Take this piece, put it in here like this, and then you just close the drawer. Not foolproof, but there you go, guys. So now this is what I use as like my cooking station, my prep station whenever we're out camping. This acts as a prep table. I can cook here, cut produce, all sorts of stuff. Get camping gear ready, hunting gear ready. The idea is this basically doubles as a table for me, as well as the second side to the sleeping platform. This piece has turned out to be one of my favorites. I'd say that piece in the drawer within the build of the camper have turned out to probably be two of my favorite things. It's become a really, really fun, cool, new thing that I'm doing, this whole pickup truck camping thing. Awesome. It's kind of like everything I was doing all these years is kind of culminated into this style, WaterHopin. You know, that's my channel name, the WaterHopper. One of the big things I like to do is have versatility. I like to leave in the morning without necessarily a game plan, but have a lot of options on the table. Things I can just hop one idea to the next. I want to be able to go fish on a river and then go hop in the truck. Now you're gonna go hop on your kayak, load up the kayak, and then you're gonna pull over for the night and you're gonna sleep in the truck. You're gonna do it all again. I wanted to have all that with me without the truck getting too cluttered, too full. So right now, as it stands, I've got everything I need to go kayak fishing except a kayak, and the truck itself looks basically empty. That's exactly what I was going for. I wanted it to be totally functional, totally able to do all the things I wanted to do, but also still perform and function as a daily driver. I do ride around with the Darlin all the time. This is still a grocery getter, so we gotta make sure we got room for the Target goodies. But yeah, guys, 6 months in, couldn't be happier with the ARE MX Series camper and the DIY camper we put together with it. It's all working great. Big projects I still have to work on are figuring out a little bit more overhead storage. I'm thinking about doing like a little net system. Overhead storage, get Reflectix on the windows to replace this temporary curtain system I got here. Cooling system for when it gets really hot in the summer. Honestly, that's about it, guys. We've pretty much got it figured out other than that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are debating getting a truck camper, if it fits your needs, if you're someone that doesn't need to haul a lot of things in your vehicle that are tall or, you know, work related type items, huge win getting a truck camper. And you don't have to do it the way I did it. You can hop on Craigslist, you can hop on Facebook Marketplace, pick up a truck camper. People are throwing these things away for nothing. I mean, you look long enough, you look hard enough, you could probably find what you're looking for. I wanted something very specific, so I bought specific, and I got specific. This is exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed to fit my needs. Your needs could be different than mine, but that doesn't make my camper any cooler than yours. That doesn't make your camper any cooler than mine. I respect the guys that have the $100 Craigslist builds where they just throw a cot and a sleeping bag and some totes in the back. I respect the guys that have CAD design down to the millimeter, perfectly crafted designs. I mean, there's one guy in particular in this pickup truck camping group that I'm in on Facebook. What do they call it? The Ardnut? Oh my God, if that guy happens to watch this video, your camper build is hugely inspirational because it's just so perfectly crafted. Everything's down to a millimeter. It just looks awesome. Whatever you guys decide, whatever you guys want to do, your build is your own. Make it your own. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my take on how I've enjoyed pickup truck camping so far for the first 6 months. This is my ARE MX Series camper. That is my DIY truck camper. My name is Ryan and I'm the WaterHopper. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more. If we haven't hit 500 subscribers by the time this comes out, you guys could still enter that giveaway, so go get you some. We'll probably start another one once we hit 500 in order to try and get to 1,000. So thanks for watching. Keep water hopping, and I'll see you soon.